My entire foundation of how I thought reality worked has completely been shattered. Hey, how's it going? The big difference that has happened now is that my psychology has gotten to the right perception of how reality works. So that's something that is huge, actually, because that means that it's easy to collapse dualities so that you can fully allow your energy to run smoothly through your body in all aspects. I'm still working on correcting my body so that more light will come through. One of the things that I'm really working on currently is to receive people, which I know translates to finances also. So currently I've been in a big shift in my life, both my life, my everything. Because of all of the pain that I experienced, my body is a little apprehensive opening up to just anyone, because my entire foundation of how I thought reality worked has completely been shattered. And so I've received actually a new reality that feels more accurate to what's actually going on here. I wouldn't be here if it wouldn't be for that, because my entire reality shattered. My ego broke. That's really what a lot of people are talking about, ego death. Some people mean it, other people, it was just a little blip. When I mean that my ego shattered, I mean my entire world, up until a year ago. So this is the thing, like all of these things happen gradually. It's impossible to see things when you're in it. I just felt that this is not working. And so I just, regardless of what it was supposed to be, I just had to throw in the towel and just go, you know what, this is not working. I don't want this. This is not what I want. And that was a major shift from me trying to fire extinguish things and sort out things and maneuver my outside world to just go, the outside world is fucked. To just think about myself. But right now, mostly what is holding me back is to open up to receive. And I know that that's linked to me opening up about myself. And I am afraid. Let me tell you, I am a little bit afraid. This body feels a little bit afraid. Let me correct how I'm saying things, because there are two different levels that's going on here. The first is the I am, the soul. I am aware, so I know that I am that. And it doesn't work to just say it, by the way. There is a comprehension that needs to happen. And not only a comprehension, but also enough evidence so that you can actually verify that it is so. So there's that. And then there's the body. What I am working on is to get to know my body properly. And that is not something that is done in one go. That is a continual process. It is like saying that you're going to figure out your girlfriend or boyfriend, and it never works, right? Because it always changes their opinion or their mind, or like, what is this, and all of that stuff. It's the same thing with the body. Like when you really get to know the energy of the body, it just has preferences. It's like, I like that, I don't like that. And that's fine. But then as the soul, I need to figure out, okay, what are those things that are hindering me to do what my mission is here with the body? Because I have received my mission. I know what it is, and I am working towards it. and I am walking that path, and I have committed, and so I am committed to walk this path. And right now I can see that there's a discord between what my body has experienced, what I have dragged my body to experience. There's that, because I could have learned to protect my body much sooner, and I didn't. I had to comprehend things and how things operated more from this comprehension perspective. And so then now my job is to integrate all of that knowledge to actually make it physical. And I have, but it's still a work in progress, because you have other avenues to walk, and wherever avenue there might be roadblocks, meaning right now for me to create this, my biggest thing now is to open up and to share with you guys who I am, because I can host many different energies. I have a very broad comprehension. I don't want to sound braggy, but I'm just trying to explain what I see accurately, like what I'm actually seeing. And I didn't think that I saw anything because I didn't believe in myself. So now I've started doing changes to believe in myself, meaning that I've also carried that action out in the physical, making changes and alterations in my life so that I'm actually walking the talk. That needs to happen, otherwise you're not going to get the next lesson. So it's always this dance. So right now my lesson is to open more, to receive. And I've been closed because I've been afraid, I've been hurt, I've been mistreated. The body has, so that I could comprehend how this whole thing worked. And now I know. Now I know how things work, but I still have to carry it out. And the biggest thing that I see now is that, and this is the duality again. This is the duality. Look at this. If I'm closed, then I'm going to receive closeness. That's the mirror. The reason why I'm closed is because there's a duality. Oh, there's some kind of thing there that my body just needs to let go of. I noticed that because I started opening up to a few people, and I noticed that it was not easy. I closed really fast, and I didn't feel safe. I felt like I portrayed the same as I did on someone else. I can see that that's linked to abundance because then it's about being open and being okay with meeting people, being okay to talk to people, being okay to be part of that dance. And I can see that the universe has given me some opportunities for that I have not been able to say yes to. And the reason why this is also so deep is because I have worked through all my chakras. Even to the last thing I had to do was to remove people in my life that was linked to my root chakra and my survival type of stuff. Like, it was really, really yucky energy to work with. And those get represented outside in people. I know it sounds maybe a bit weird, but what's on the inside gets reflected on the outside. And you can work on the inside to change that reflection, or you can work on the outside to change that reflection. If you work on the outside through the inside, you're doing the changes that's necessary for the change to last. If you're working only on the inside and you're receiving someone else on the outside that's reflecting to see if you've learned, and you just do the same thing, you haven't learned anything. So it's really important to know that you have to actually carry the change out in your body for you to properly move on. Otherwise, you're just fooling yourself, going through this loop of healing cycle, which is just, it's so easy to get lost in this world because everything seems to be the solution. and then you're caught in a loop. Oh, what? You can getting caught into a healing loop, so that you are just perpetually, you're just thinking that you need healing, and so you're recreating some things so that you can heal. There is also that. So we need to be really mindful of how we use these bodies, and we need to comprehend how they work, really. And I'm really passionate about this, and I know that so many people that is in depression and struggling will benefit from this information so much, because it will help them to comprehend the truth of why they're suffering and what to do to get out of it. And it's something that everyone needs to know, if you ask me. And that's the thing I see, and so my job is to try and convey that. And I can't just say, just do it, even though I want to just say, just do it. But I get that people are skeptical, and I get it. I'm also skeptical of things. I need to comprehend things. I need to figure stuff out. I'm an engineer. Like, I need to figure stuff out. Things need to make sense. Otherwise, it needs to make sense to me. So I'm working on opening up to receive. But I don't want to receive just anyone either. And I can see that this is a direct reflection of what I'm doing financially. Because I am picky with the people that I work with. And the reason is that when I take someone on board, it's a commitment for me. Like, I actually do care so deeply that I will. You know what I used to do? I used to take on my family's burdens and try and figure stuff out, and they didn't even want to change. And those things have been hard for me to see. So I've been alchemizing my entire life. But if the people that I'm alchemizing it for doesn't do the change, they're not going to change. And then I am suffering the consequences. And that's what I've seen, that who I take on board, I want to make sure that they are ready to really want to change. I know I can take people out if they are willing. And that's the thing. They have to really be willing to actually get out of the situation that they're at, or step onto the next level. It doesn't really matter where you are on this journey. I know, because one of the things that I see is that I can see your light. I can see, and what that translates to is that I can see your potential. The beings that choose to work with me, they really value that. And they see that I can see them. And they feel that, yeah, I know this is right. So it's either, yeah, so this is the thing. It's not so easy to tell if I'm the right person for you, but your body will know. The way that the universe works is that your body resonates with light. So because I host more light, then your body can tell that, and your body will gravitate towards whoever has more light. That just naturally happens. So I'm a little bit picky with who I want to work with, because I'm opening up my energy field to feel everything that they have going on. And I can feel those things. And then I can start to point it out. And it's very important that the other person then sees that as a value, so that, because what am I pointing out? I'm not pointing out flaws, even though it can seem like that to the ego, but I'm pointing out the places that the energy is towarded that needs correction. That's really what it is. And so I can correct anyone towards more light if they're open. I'm laughing because I've had this whole thing with my family, almost wanting to try and save them. And this is what I mean. Like, this is not my job. I've taken on board other people's karma to try and save them because I thought that's what you do. The programming has twisted our minds a lot when it comes to how energy works, truly. So I'm being patient with myself, meaning I'm being patient with my body and this transition that is needed to open up. This is my challenge right now, and this is what I need to overcome. And so the process, I know the process, but I also know that it takes some time. It's not a quick fix. We've been trained that things needs one session and then you're done, the quick fix. It's not like that. If you truly want change and you want to change, you have to make a different habit. And it takes effort. You have to put in the work to do that. It means you have to instill different habits. And so this is how I see the world. And it's different from most people. It's not the same. And a lot of it has to do with the training that was confusing me. But now when I see the truth, I see that I always was an energy alchemist and I was naturally doing what I was good at. But I didn't value it. People didn't value it. They just wanted me to carry the load. And this goes for the entire family. And I have changed. I do believe in family, but it needs to be for the right reasons and energetically correct. Because most families are just trying to get energy. It's a whole mess. It needs to be corrected. And I know what it is. I can see it so clearly because of what I've been through. And that's why most marriages fail, because they don't see what the purpose is and they don't do the right thing to correct their energy for it to work. So I've been almost avoiding people. So I think one of the things that I need to do is just starting to open up gradually a little bit again, to start to talk to people. All right.